Hello friends, welcome to CircleCast. Today we are going to discuss about CI/CD, that is continuous integration and continuous deployment. What is CI/CD? CI/CD stands for CI means continuous integration, CD means continuous delivery or continuous deployment. It is a modern software development practice that automates the process of building, testing, and deploying applications. The main goal of CI/CD is to deliver software faster, more reliable, and with fewer errors. Continuous integration automatically build and test code every time a developer pushes changes to the main branch. CD means continuous delivery. It means automatically prepare code for release to production with manual approval. And again, CD means this is another meaning is continuous deployment. This is an automatic process. Automatically deploy every change that passes all tests directly to production. This is about CI CD, that is continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment. We will going to learn about this in detail. CI CD means ship code faster, safer, and with confidence. Why CI CD? What are the problems CI CD is solving? So the problems are before CI CD, manual deployment break things. So it means all the deployments has to done manually. The human errors in repetitive tasks and integration hell. So before CI/CD, integration testing is a kind of a hell. Merging weeks of code causes very frequent conflicts and very slow release cycle. That is another problem. Weeks or months between releases and fear of deploying. So without CI/CD, there was a fear of releases. So it is if it is Friday, no, there is no deployments on Friday, because if something goes wrong, then the team will not be available on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So these are few problems. What are the problems? Manual deployment breaks things, integration hell, slow release cycles, and fear of debugging. With CI/CD, what are the solutions it provided? So faster releases, deploy multiple times per day, so there is no need of waiting for anything. We can deploy multiple times in a day as well, and fewer bugs, so catch issues before they reach users. Time confidence, trust your deployment process, and automated quality, consistent check on every change. So we will discuss on this one in future. These are few benefits. So with CI/CD, what we are going to achieve? Faster releases and few bugs, team confidence, and automated quality. CI/CD transforms deployment from a stressful event into a non-event. The CI/CD pipeline, how it works? So the CI/CD pipeline includes the first, it starts with a code push, that is code push into a branch in the repository, and immediately the build starts. The build includes compiling and creating a package, and then test, unit testing and integration testing, then security test like SAST or DAST scans. Then it deploys the code into staging, and then after all the checks, it requires a manual approval. Then it goes to production. So it has two phases, one CI phase, another one is CD phase. In CI phase, CI means continuous integration phase, it is having code push, build, and test. And coming to the CD phase, it deploys in the staging, then approval, then production. What are the stages available in the CI/CD process? Code push, build, test, security scan, deploy into staging, and manual approval, then deploy into production. These are steps involved in the CI/CD process. We will go deep into continuous integration. What is continuous integration? Continuous integration is a process of automatically integrate code changes from multiple developers into a shared repository several times a day. So there is no limit in pushing the code to the main repository. So what happens? Developer push code very frequently, multiple times a day, and whenever a new code push happens in the repository, automated builds runs. So what it does, it compiles the code and it checks for any lint errors and it creates the package, deployment package. Then it runs all the test defined on the repository, like unit test cases, integration test cases, and end-to-end E2E test cases. Then it provides feedback in minutes. So it will not wait for hours or days to provide the feedback. It creates feedback in minutes. Based on the feedback, the development team can take the actions and they can push their code again, and the cycle repeats. Some key practices are commit very often. So small and frequent commits reduce the risk. So if we have very small change, that increases the confidence on the change. So if it is having a lot of changes, then we lose the confidence because that may fail somewhere. So the first practice is commit very often, and second one is fix broken builds immediately. So if there is any issue in the build, then fix it immediately, top priority, and stop the line. And another very important practice is write automated test cases. So if no tests are involved, there is no confidence. So if tests are involved, like unit test cases, integration testing cases, end-to-end, and API test cases, then it will identify if there are any issues in the code. And another very important thing is keep the main branch green. So we may create a number of feature branches and that might be malicious, but don't make the main branch with a malicious code. So keep the main branch green always in a releasable state. So we may not know whenever there is an issue in the production. So if we have the main branch clean, then it is an easy process to make any changes in the any new deployments in the production. So what it does, git push and build, then test. If it is okay, it might be success or it might be failure. So if it is a success, then CD process will start, and if it is a failure, then the circle repeats and the developer has to fix the build errors. Every push triggers the entire CI pipeline and it provides feedback in minutes, not days. Next, we have CD. CD is termed as two important terms: continuous delivery and continuous deployment. What is difference between continuous delivery and continuous deployment? So we will start with continuous delivery. It is a manual gate process. So it test pause and build the artifacts and deploy to staging, and this is the change here. It requires manual approval, and the final stage in continuous delivery is deploy to prod. And the key term is here, always ready to deploy. A human decides when to deploy. So that is a key term here. That is continuous delivery. So for continuous delivery, it always requires a human approval to make this deployment. And continuous deployment, this is another important terminology in CI/CD process. Continuous deployment, it is fully automated to production. So it test pause means it checks all the tests and build artifacts, and it deploys to staging. Then once everything is fine in the staging, it is auto approved. There is no manual efforts required here. Then it automatically deploys the changes to production. This is the key change here from continuous delivery to continuous deployment. So every passing commit goes to production, no human bottlenecks. The key difference is delivery is manual gate pass and deployment is it is fully automated. No manual gate pass is required here. Some CI/CD tools. So these are very important, and these can be used in the industry based on their requirements. So in the cloud native, we have GitHub Actions. So this is built into GitHub and YAML workflows, and GitLab CI integrated with GitLab, and the main actions are defined in GitLab-ci.yml file. And CircleCI, this is fast and Docker native config as code. And another category is self-hosted. In self-hosted category, we have Jenkins. This is an open source one, plugin ecosystems and Jenkins file. Another one is TeamCity. It is JetBrains one, a powerful build config, and Bamboo. This is Atlassian Jira's one, Jira integration. Some GitOps and cloud. ArgoCD. This is Kubernetes based GitOps and declarative CD. AWS code pipeline, AWS native code build plus code deploy, and Flux, CNCF GitOps for Kubernetes. These are few tools with which we can achieve with this CI/CD functionality. So start with GitHub Actions for new projects. It is free for public repos and has the lowest setup friction. So to learn to start with, GitHub Actions is a simple one, and it is a open source one. And this is very important, deployment strategies. So for a good project, what are the deployment strategies we need to follow? The first one is one strategy, blue green strategy. The blue green strategy is used when run two identical environments, switch topic from blue, that is old, to green, a new instance instantly. So when to use this blue green? When zero downtime deployments required with instant rollback. So what does it mean? The entire servers are divided into two different categories, the blue and green. Whenever a change deployed in a new instance, so that will be automatically switched to green. This is blue green. And another strategy is canary strategy. So in this canary strategy is roll out to a small percent of users first, monitor, then gradually increase the traffic. So it is a kind of testing with a little sample of data. So roll out to a small percent of users, like 1% or 2% or 10%, or in an application where there is very low traffic is there. So roll out to that region or that percentage of targeted users and monitor it, then gradually increase the traffic to other areas or other users. So when to use it? When we are using high risk changes that needs real world validation. So if it is a high risk one, so it is suggested to use the canary pattern. And another one is rolling updates. So how does it works? Replace instances one by one. Old one, new versions run simultaneously during the rollout. Old and new versions run simultaneously during the rollout. When to use it? It is default Kubernetes strategy, good for stateless services. This is another strategy for the rollouts. And another one is feature flags. In the feature flags strategy, what we do? Deploy code behind flags, enable feature per user, team or percentage without redeploying. So what does it mean? Deploy the changes with a flag there. So the changes will be available to the users when the flag is enabled. So if there is any issue in the code, so without doing any deployment, so we can disable that flag so that the old code will be served. So when to use it? Decouple deployment from release and A/B testing. These are four strategies. What are these strategies? blue-green strategy, canary strategy, rolling updates, and feature flags. So these are having four different characteristics. So fastest rollback is blue-green one, and least resources uses by rolling restarts, and lowest risk is canary, and most flexible is feature flags. Some best practices. What are the best practices in the CI/CD process? So in the CI/CD process, we need to follow few best practices to make the project or team or code in a good condition or in a good shape. So the first one is fast pipelines, that is less than 10 minutes. So whenever we give any code push or any merge request, so the pipeline should run before 10 minutes. The slow pipeline kills the productivity. So if a pipeline is taking 1 hour, 2 hours to run it, so there is a chance of getting the timeout, or there is a chance of losing the time if it is throws any errors. So if it is a pipeline is very quicker one, if the pipeline goes wrong, then the developer will be having time to fix it. The slow pipelines kill productivity, and parallelize test, catch dependencies, and optimize the builds. Another one is trunk-based development. So the trunk-based development is like the developer team should use short-lived branches, that is less than a day. Merge to main very frequently. Avoid long-running feature branches. So if there is any long-running feature branches there, then it will be having very behind commits when compared to the main branch, and there is a chance of getting more number of conflicts. And testing pyramid, this is also one important best practice. So we need to follow testing pyramid in this way. Many unit test cases, so that runs very fast, and few integration tests, and very minimal E2E test. It balances speed and coverage. So this is also another practice. And infrastructure as code. Define infrastructure in version controlled code, that is Terraform or CloudFormate or Puller. Another one is monitor after deploy. This is very critical one. Watch error rates, latency, and metrics post deploy. So you can use any monitor tools like Datadog or Kibana or any other tools to monitor it, and watch error rates, and latency, and auto rollback and anomalies. And for each and every rollback, each and every deployment we are doing, we should be having the proper rollback plan. This is very critical. So what is the role of the rollback plan? So every deployment needs a rollback strategy. Test it very regularly and practice failure recovery. So if the rollback plan is proper, then in case of any issues, so we can make the rollback, and that will save our application. And the main goal of CI/CD is ship small, ship very often, and ship safely. I hope you understand what is CI/CD. In simple words, CI/CD is a software development practice that automates the process of integrating, building, testing, and deploying code. Continuous integration, that is CI, ensures that code changes are automatically built and tested whenever developers commit code. Continuous delivery or deployments automates the release process, enabling faster, reliable, and frequent software updates deployments with minimal manual intervention. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.